We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Commanders is very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Play fake, Rivers. He finds his man, complete. It's Ellis. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
1st down, Rivers going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now 3rd down and 7. Now Rivers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Eagles send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll keep it on the... And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
On 2nd down now, Pierre. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That'll give them 8 that time, and now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this one is right down the middle. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
2nd and 10. Here's Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again, it's Rivers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, Rivers. He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Clay. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Two yards left on 2nd down from the 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Commanders 3. Jake Moody to kick off.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to move back in front. Now the try here for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score. Commanders 10, Eagles 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
19 tight. 7 Pirates.
Throwing Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, "I'll take him, I'll fix him." The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, "He's yours from now on." Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
19 Lions.
On 1st down, Brown. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score. Commanders 17. Eagles 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Panther 11, 18, Pioneer. Temple.
They'll keep it on the ground. Durant, and he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
18, Rattler. Buffalo 18.
Rivers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
A 1st and 10 here, and if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Rivers to throw it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Cut 19. Cut 19. 79 Broncos. Mustang 19.
To throw is Rivers. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing, Rivers. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They begin with a quick throw out left. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Second and 6. Back to throw. Brown. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on first down. Brown. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They run the option on second down. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Hurt. Right there, hurt. Go.
Looking to throw. Brown. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Pierre. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Trap 60.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And his throw here's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
70 Ranger. Panther 11.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richards. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Rivers on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
On third down, Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Down the sideline he goes. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
34, Eagles 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers throwing the out route and complete. That's Richards. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
2nd down, Rivers. He finds his man, complete. It's Ball. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Play action now, Rivers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rivers now. He finds his man, complete. That's Parks. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Viking 18. Warriors 17.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Clay, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Now Rivers. Left side here, caught by Clay. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
From 10 yards out. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now down to 20.
The score, Commanders 34, Eagles 14. Jake Moody.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, this is going to wind up being awfully close, but the referee's going to look at it and say, yes, that is a first down, and they'll wind up converting on 4th and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Now a give right side. Pierre.
He'll get this to about the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Hey, check that, street. Ready?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Go. Rig alert.
Now a give right side. Pierre. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And quickly they get to the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
And now they'll shift things around.
Brown on 1st down.
Looking for Ross again. He finds him again.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Check, Bobcat. Check.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win.